Hi everybody, I'm going to walk you through how to work Zearn as a teacher and show you a little bit about what the kids will see and how they'll work through the program also. So once you've gotten your username and your password, you're going to log in, and this is the page that you're going to see. First thing that we're going to talk about is the curriculum. So you'll see over here, there's a button for curriculum. Click on that. You're going to pick your grade level. It's going to take you to a overview page. So Zearn splits their topics up into something called missions. So if you take a look, this is second grades. There's about 8 missions. Each grade level is a little bit different. You can take a look at the overview that gives you your standards and what exactly it is that you're going to be teaching. For our purposes now, if you click on view mission, for whichever topic you want to look at, you're going to notice a whole bunch of different lessons pop up. The lessons are grouped by topics. Here it's A, B, C, D. Now, because we have the free version, we can't, for example, go assign lesson 1, skip lesson 2, and go to lesson 3. We have to assign the whole topic, and they have to work their way through the whole topic. It's going to need to be a little bit flexible, I guess, on our part with some of that, but I think we can make it work. You can, if you want, for example, assign topic A, skip topic B, and go right to topic C if you wanted to. You just can't skip individual lessons on the free version. On the paid version that you can, but we don't have that yet. So each lesson that you see here is going to be split up into bunch of different sections. So each lesson for each grade level is going to start with some kind of number sense activity. In most cases, it's going to be something called a number gym. After they finish that piece, it's going to take them to either a sprint, sometimes it's called a blast, but that's pretty much what it is some kind of fluency sprint. Then it's going to move them into a learning lab. The learning lab is exactly what it says up there, guided practice. So they're going to have to go through a few questions. There's going to be some videos that they have to work through. If they end up getting something wrong, we'll make them try it again. And if they keep getting it wrong, it will kind of walk them through what they're doing incorrectly. And this portion is where the videos will pop up. If I kept going, a video would pop up and actually do the guided practice with me. Let's take a look back, and then it's going to go to something called the Tower of Power, which is their independent practice. So in order for them to move through this portion, they have to get it 100% accurate. So what that means is that if they get something wrong, they have to go back and fix it. Small problem with having them get 100% accuracy is that your scores are always going to be 100 for this portion because they have to go back and fix everything. So I'll talk a little bit about your reports in a little bit, but it's kind of going to have to be a little flexible on that portion too, on how you're grading. So that's how we go through all the lessons. The bonus is just a little exit ticket. So once you've kind of looked a little bit through that, you, your team, your math specialist figure out where exactly you think you need to pick up on, which topic, which mission. And then what you're going to want to do is go to your roster. This is where you're going to be adding all of your students. It's very easy. All you have to do is hit add students, type in their name. So if I were adding a student, type in their name. Next, it's going to give you this page. You want to change their username, for example, you're able to do that. You want to change their password so everybody's is the same, you can do that. Individual students, if you have a student in your class who you think maybe is not on grade level, you think maybe they would benefit from being moved back a little bit, that's something you can do also by changing their grade level. Hit next. This is where you pick your starting point. Now, if you want to just pick anything right now, do that. You can go back and fix that later. This just tells you this is the class code. I think it's easier for the kids to just go to the main Zearn.com page and type in their username and password. That we found has been the easier way to do that. So now they're going to, once they actually sign in and join your class, they're going to pop up. If you want to change what you had them initially working on, all you have to do, put a check mark near their name and hit change lesson. You're going to go choose the grade, choose the mission, pick which topic you want to do, and hit set. And now it's all set. They're going to be able to move through that whole program, that mission, that topic on their own. Now, one thing I do want to note about that is once they've, say, finished lesson 1, they're going to immediately move on to lesson 2. So there's no way for you as a teacher to stop that. My suggestion might be, if you only want them to do 1 a day, is to just put on your Google Classroom, only do lesson 1 today, don't move on to lesson 2. So just know that it is going to keep moving them on. For some students, this might be a good thing. If they're only able to work on Monday and Tuesday, they can do 2 lessons Monday, 2 lessons Tuesday. So for some students, that really might be kind of a good thing. That's how you assign your work and add your students. Just so you know that your student version, so let me log out of here and log into the student account. This is what they'll see when they log in. So when your students log in, what they're going to see is this page. Like I said, it's always going to start with some kind of number sense activity. So it's telling them that this is the mission that they're starting on, shapes, time, and fractions. But before they can get to that actual lesson, they have to start with some kind of number sense activity. And it changes for each lesson. Some of them are the same, some of them are different. So they're going to have to go through this number sense activity, then go through a sprint, then it's going to take them to the actual lesson. If they decide to stop and not finish the whole lesson, they get through the sprint and they need to take a break. If they sign out or they just leave the page on like that, it'll just pick them right back up where they left off. The My Stuff page is going to show them that the lessons they've already completed. So these, they haven't done anything yet for this particular student. As a teacher, you're going to be able to see where it is in the lesson that they are. So if I sign out here, log back in as a teacher, if you go to reports, there's a few different reports that you can see for grades 1 through 5. Kindergartens is a little different. 1 through 5, you can see their pace. So you can see where exactly what they've gotten through this week. So last week, 2 lessons the student completed. This week so far, they haven't done anything. Progress shows you where exactly I think they are in the curriculum. Tower alerts, so you're gonna see this page right now, there's nothing there because no one's completed anything yet. But if the students are doing their independent practice, their tower of power, and they're consistently getting things incorrect, and the program keeps having to correct them, their name is gonna pop up here. And so you're gonna know, okay, this student was really struggling with lesson 11. The student was really struggling with lesson 12. That's gonna pop up here. Same thing for the sprint alerts. If the program is catching them making a lot of errors on their sprints, that information is gonna pop up here, okay? And that's all under reports. One more thing I did wanna note on the curriculum. You might notice this, and someone I'm sure is going to ask me this question, so I'll note it now. You're probably gonna notice sometimes the lessons skip around. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and then we don't have a 4, and it skips right to 5. The reason for that is in the actual school program, so a lot of schools actually use this in their classroom. Lesson number 4 would just not have any technology. Lesson 4 would be some kind of activity in the classroom that's hands-on that the kids would work together with. Obviously, we don't really have that option now working remotely. If though you go to back to that overview page and go to mission overview, you can see that lesson in here. So they will show you what exactly that lesson has. You might have to play around with it. So if it was something you wanted to maybe videotape yourself with, you wanted to do that lesson, you can. It's really just an extension of the previous lessons though, so they're not necessarily missing any particular content. So just so you understand why sometimes the lessons move around a little bit. I think that pretty much covers everything. If you have any questions about anything at all and you're a little bit confused still, you're not sure what they need to do, I'm going to do a video for the kids too, so they understand when they log in what exactly they need to be completing, and how they can log in and how they can get started on their work. I'm going to be doing that. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. I would be glad to help. This resources tab up here has lots of videos and can answer some questions that you might have as well. I know some of you might have some concerns about grading with this because there really are no grades. My suggestion might be to do a Google form and have maybe on Fridays the kids do kind of a quiz on what they've learned through a Google form. That might give you a good idea too of how they're doing. We are doing pass-fail, so you don't necessarily need a number grade. You can kind of tell based on their reports who's doing the work correctly and who's not doing the work correctly. And you can kind of adapt and see who needs help through that. If you need any extra help, please email me. I'll put my phone number in there if you need to call. Let me know, text, have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you. See you guys later.